Hey guys, Matt Brookline here. This is matLine. This is history. That's my new little catchphrase thing to open. What do you think? Do you like it? Anybody? One other thing is that I changed some action going on around here. Because I'm kind of, well, I mean, it's been a while, but I've been really into reggae and everything for quite a while. And it's really starting to, like, show everywhere because I'm listening to it, like, non-stop now. And so it's kind of everywhere. So I went to the red, yellow, green. I hope that's alright. And then I added there's like a new website thing that you can go to. It's like a community thing, like Ning. But you guys should all go and get on that. Yeah, so this is matLine, this is history. In 1252, Pope Innocent IV signed a decree that simultaneously authorized and limited torture of heretics. But I mean, the authorization is, I think, the funny thing, especially with a name like Innocent. So, let's all keep that in mind when you're thinking, you know, like, they always do those things where they compare, like, how a name fits and stuff, and Innocent authorizing torture. That's funny. In 1718, James Puckle patented the first machine gun ever. So, Puckle. I like that name. Puckle. Puckle, puckle, puckle. Hey, it's kind of like the son of Machine Gun Man. In 1793, Diego Marian Aguilera, he had the first successful flight. In a glider, it was 360 meters at a height of 5 to 6 meters the whole way. In 1811, Paraguay declared its independence from Spain, finally got free. 1817, what is now known as the Friends Hospital in the city of Brotherly Love, Philadelphia, opened up. It was the first mental asylum in America. And 1869, so yeah, after other people had gained the right to vote, Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton had formed the National Women's Suffrage Association, and to get women the right to vote. There's a funny skit a number of years ago on the Man Show about women's suffrage, and it was this kid sitting at a table with a petition that had a sign that said "End Women's Suffrage," and all these people would come up and sign it because they're idiots. And I just think that says something about America, not just America, but people in general being idiots and not knowing anything about anything. Because suffrage and suffering are very different. 1911, the Standard Oil Company, which is Rockefeller's company, was broken apart under the Sherman Antitrust Agreement. In 1932, I really like Rockefeller. I think that's such a cool name. And I mean, he's not my favorite of the rich people, because that's definitely Carnegie, or however you want to pronounce it. In 1932, there was a coup, the beginning of a coup in Japan, and the Prime Minister was killed. 1940, the first McDonald's was opened in San Bernardino, California. And then 1941, the next year, Joe DiMaggio began his 56-game hitting streak, which would be a record that still stands today. In 58 and 60, Sputnik 3 and 4 respectively were launched by Russians. And then 3 years later, L. Gordon Cooper became the first man to spend more than a day in space, thanks to the Mercury project from America. 1970, Nixon elevated both Anna May Hayes and Liz Hoisington to the rank of general. They were the first two women to be generals in the United States. And then on to birthdays. This is a big one for me, is L. Frank Baum, who is one of my favorite authors, along with Thornton Wilder and L. Frank Baum and C.S. Lewis and now Frank Herbert, which nobody tried to guess what book I'm reading. I'm kind of disappointed. Actually, nobody commented on my last video. No, I'm just kidding. And then also birthdays, Emmett Smith and Ahmet Zappa. And that's one of Frank Zappa's kids. And it's funny because Ahmet's a weird name, But of all of his kids, I think he's got the least weird. We've got Diva Zappa, Dweezil, and then my favorite, Moon Unit. A little bit in news real quick. The earthquake tolls are up to what they believe to be 50,000 deaths, probably. And then, has anybody heard about this business about people getting on YouTube and talking about being assaulted? I mean, it's just, obviously I understand the anonymity of it. I mean, you can say it, and you're not saying it to a person, so it's not the same, but you get it off your chest. It's just, what do you guys think about it? I don't even know what I think about it. But, so, yeah, that's today, May 15th. I don't know if I said that at the beginning. And this is matLine, and this is history. I really like the way that sounds. So yeah, thanks for watching. And, oh, different quote today. Let's see what I put. Art should comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable. I heard that on a Lisa Nova video, so sorry. But yeah, I hope everything's going great. If you want to, rate, subscribe, fave, comment. Please comment. That'd be great. You guys are amazing. Thanks.